Namrood's daughter's faithful incident. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Peace and blessings of Allah be upon you. I am Jamil Ahmed Jami. Certainly, all praise is for Allah. We praise Him only, we seek help from Him only. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. Viewers, Namrood was the only king of the world who ruled the whole world. He was a non-believer and had a lot of adultery. He was the first person to keep a crown on his head and claimed to be God in the era of Namrood. Prophet Ibrahim was sent by his father, and Prophet Ibrahim broke the idols of Namrood. Because of this, Namrood threw Prophet Ibrahim into the fire. When the fire, by the command of God, became a fire for Prophet Ibrahim at that time, Namrood's daughter also believed in Prophet Ibrahim. When Namrood heard about this, what did he do with his daughter? And what incidents took place with Prophet Ibrahim in the fire of Namrood? How long was this fire prepared? Why did God command to kill the lizard? And why did He forbid to kill the frog? Along with this, we will also tell you the fate of Namrood. Before proceeding further in the video, I request you to watch the video without skipping to the end, and if you are new to our channel, then first of all subscribe to our channel. Viewers, Namrood was the king of the world. He was the first person to keep a crown on his head and claim to be God. He was a virgin and his mother had him adulterated, from which Namrood was born. If there was no heir to the kingdom, the kingship would end, but this boy grew up and became a great king. It is well known that only 4 people were given the kingdom of the world. 2 of them were believers and 2 were infidels. Hazrat Suleiman and Hazrat Zulkarnain were believers, and Namrood and Baqt Nasr were infidels. Namrud had made a law in his kingdom that he had taken all the food in his possession. Only those people were given food who accepted his divinity. So once Hazrat Ibrahim came to his court to take the crown, that infidel said, "First you have to accept me as your God, then only I will give you the crown." Hazrat Ibrahim announced in the court that you are a liar and I am only a worshipper of one God. Hearing this, Namrood left the court and did not give a single grain. He and his followers became very hungry at that time. He took a sack and went to a bucket and filled the sack with sand and prayed to God. When he prayed to God, the sack became a sack of sand, and he gave it to his followers and ate it. Then Namrood's enmity increased to the extent that he set him on fire, but that fire became a fire on him and he came out of the fire safely. And Al-Alan called Namrood a liar and started talking about the oneness of God. Namrood got tired of your word of truth and called you to his court and started a debate. Namrood said, "O Ibrahim, tell me, who is your God whom you are inviting to worship?" Hazrat Ibrahim said, "O Namrood, my God is the one who burns and kills people." Namrood said, "Even I can do this." So he called 2 prisoners to the court. One was sentenced to death and the other was released. Namrood released the one who was hanged. He hanged the one who was innocent and said, "Look, I burned the one who was dead and I made the one who was alive dead." Hazrat Ibrahim understood that Namrood was a fool. He understood the meaning of burning and killing. That is why he presented a clear argument. He said, "O Namrood, my God is the one who brings out the sun from the east. If you are God, then one day bring out the sun from the west." After hearing this, Namrood was astonished and could not say anything. This is how the debate ended, and Hazrat Ibrahim came out of the court and started talking about the oneness of God. Quran has explained this debate in the following words. Allah said, "O my beloved, did you not see the one who fought with Ibrahim about his God on this? Allah gave him kingship while Ibrahim said, 'My God is the one who burns and kills.' He said, Allah brings out the sun from the east. If you bring it from the west, the disbelievers lost their minds and Allah does not show the way to the oppressors." Hazrat Ibrahim remained steadfast like a mountain on the announcement of the oneness of God. He did not disappear from the armies of Namrood. He was not defeated by his oppression. Rather, the oppressor set him on fire. Even then, in his determination and steadfastness, he did not lose his hair, and he raised the slogan of the oneness of God. Then that merciless one stopped him from eating. Even then, There was no difference in his determination and steadfastness. Then he challenged him to a debate and asked him to come to the royal court so that he could show his royal elegance and make him the king, but he accepted the challenge without any fear, and when he reached the royal court he gave such a strong and firm argument that Namrood lost his mind and he became speechless and silent, and in the entire court the slogan of the oneness of God was manifested. Finally, the slogan of the oneness of God was raised and Namrood was killed like a mosquito. The story of throwing Ibrahim in the fire is narrated by the commentators that on the day of Eid the people of the nation invited Ibrahim to go to the fair outside the city, but he said that he was not feeling well and refused to go. In reality, he was looking for such an opportunity, so when the whole nation went to attend the fair, Ibrahim entered the room with an axe and his father Azar was holding the axe. Ibrahim went to the temple of the great God. The most holy God of the nation was considered the leader of the false gods. Ibrahim saw that there were stones, and in front of the gods made of wood there were sweets and fruits, and there were the brothers of the brothers who looked at them as offerings. Ibrahim addressed those idols and said that all this is for you, why don't you eat? Ibrahim said again that I am addressing you, why don't you listen to me? Why don't you answer me? Ibrahim broke them with an axe but left only one idol and put an axe on the shoulder of the idol. After the night passed, when the Namroodis returned in the morning, they saw a scene of a massacre in their idol house. The destruction of their idols took the ground beneath their feet. Namrood was the first to know about this. Namrood said that when no one was seen, why should anyone be punished? Those people who heard Ibrahim saying this, I swear to God, I will correct your idols. Namrood said that this is only Ibrahim's work. Namrood said that I will not only punish you, it is necessary to arrest him and bring him to justice. Namrood ordered the arrest of Ibrahim, and Ibrahim was arrested and brought to the court of Namrood. The court was full of people. Ibrahim entered the court with pride and ignored the royal protocol and stood before Namrood. The Holy Quran says, who has treated our idols like this? No doubt, he is one of the oppressors. People said that we heard a young man mentioning him. His name is Ibrahim. He said that bring him to the people so that he can be a witness. When Ibrahim came, he said, have you done this with our idols? Ibrahim said that this work must have been done by that great idol. If he speaks, ask him. He bowed his head and said, do you know that he cannot speak? Surah Anbiya, Ayat 58-65. The act of Ibrahim where he fell on people and fell on Namrood. With this act the hearts of the people were filled with courage. The religious leaders asked Ibrahim, who has insulted our idols? Ibrahim replied, the hammer is on the shoulder of the great idol. Ask him who did this. The priest bowed his head and said, Ibrahim, you know very well that stone idols cannot speak. Ibrahim said, when they cannot speak, they cannot defend themselves. Then why do you expect to benefit from them? And why do you fear loss? It is a shame on you that you leave Allah and worship false idols. Don't you have sense? Ibrahim's speech was such a blow on the faith of the idol worshippers that Namrood saw his own idol falling to the ground. Namrood was a clever man. He asked Ibrahim, why do you oppose your father and grandfather's religion? Why do you deny the worship of those holy idols? Ibrahim replied, Allah is the only Lord of the whole universe. We are all his creation. The idol made of stone and wood is not God. It is in need of others for its safety and protection. A person worthy of worship is one who does not need anything, and all creatures are in need of him. Hearing this, Namrood said, if there is a God other than me, describe him in such a way that his power is not in me. Ibrahim said, my God is capable of death and life. Namrood said, life and death are in my control. He gave life to a prisoner who had been sentenced to death. He gave life and ordered the execution of a person. Ibrahim said to Namrood, every atom of the universe is in need of my God. The sun rises from the east and sets in the west. Take the sun out of the west. The rejection of the religion and the king's beliefs caused havoc in Namrood. The lords raised their voices and said that Ibrahim is a follower of our gods and denies the religion of his ancestors. His punishment is to be thrown into the fire. The act of breaking the idols was an unforgivable crime, so it was decided that Ibrahim should be thrown into the fire so that no one would dare to disrespect the idols. So the whole nation started collecting wood. Even if someone fell ill or had no work, they would pray that if they were cured, they would collect wood to burn Ibrahim. For a while the whole nation collected wood. When a mountain of wood stood, a deep pit was dug and the pile of wood was put in it. It is mentioned in Allama Abdul Wahid bin Muhammad al-Bufti, page number 87, that Namrood arrested him and put him in an iron tandoor and set it on fire. After a long time, when he recovered as if he was sharp so that no arrow would reach him, Namrood ordered that he should be locked up in a prison to find some other solution. So based on one tradition he was imprisoned for 40 days and 7 years, and during that time he decided to make a fire. According to a tradition, Namrood made a 4-wall in Kusa which is in Kufa. Its length was 4 feet and width was 4 feet. Its height was 100 feet and according to a tradition its length was 60 feet. Width was 40 feet and height was 20 feet. When the wall was completed he ordered that it should be filled with good burning wood, so it was filled with good wood. According to a tradition the wall was completed in a month and it started burning. When the fire started, Namrud created a situation that no one could go near, no one could pass from the top of the mountain. It took 2 years to make the fire and Tibri wood was collected. Outside the wall the fire was lit, but there was no way to make the fire because no one could go near. People were in doubt that Shaitan advised them to make a fire. When the fire was ready he placed a big stone inside and threw it. When the experience told them that the fire was ready they tied their hands and legs and put torches in the neck, then they were thrown in the fire. According to a tradition when they tied their hands and legs Ibrahim raised his hand and said, "There is no God but you, Lord of the worlds, you have us and you have the country. There is no God but you, Lord of the worlds, you have us and you have the country." Imam Bukhari narrated that when Ibrahim was thrown in the fire he said, "Allah is enough for us and he is the best." Denier Abu Huraira narrated that when Ibrahim was thrown in the fire he said, "O my Allah, you are alone in the heavens and alone in the earth.